The lioness had no other choice. She had to do it, and she did it. Even though it was against her nature, the rest of the story will move you deeply. Be sure to listen to it until the end. You will see what happened. A lioness and a gorilla plead with a brave guardian to save their cubs. As Alex approached slowly, he spoke to the animals in a calm, gentle voice. "I've come to help. I'll rescue both of your cubs from here." Something incredible happened. Both the lioness and the gorilla stepped back a few paces. They were making room for Alex, as if saying, "Okay, go ahead and get them out of here." Alex first turned to the lion cub. The small creature was mewing in pain. He examined it carefully. The barbed wire had pierced its right hind leg inside. The little one suffered more pain with each movement. "Sure, my little friend, I'll save you. Stay calm." Before continuing with the story, I recommend you like this video and make sure to watch it until the end. If you love animals, please make sure to leave a comment. The savanna sun was again beating down mercilessly on the vast plains of Africa. Ranger Alex was just finishing his patrol along the border of the protected area. His experienced eyes caught a movement in the distance. Something was unusual. He immediately took out his binoculars to see what was happening and was very concerned about what he saw. The sight before him was incredible. A lioness approached the barbed wire fence, pacing nervously back and forth. A small lion cub was trapped between the wires. The little one struggled desperately, screaming, its voice getting louder with each movement, causing the wires to dig deeper. Alex immediately drove his vehicle in that direction. However, as he approached, he saw that the situation was becoming even more astonishing. On the other side of the barbed wire, emerging from the dense forest, stood a silverback gorilla. And beside him was a small gorilla infant, caught in the same merciless wires. Two mothers, two different worlds, two different habitats, facing the same terrible fate. Due to their maternal instincts, both seemed not enemies but united, struggling to save their young. Alex stopped his vehicle and immediately reported to headquarters using his radio. Emergency. Two baby animals trapped in barbed wire. A lion cub and a gorilla infant. Their mothers are here, very agitated. Need backup and a veterinarian. The radio crackled with a response. "We can get there in at least 30 minutes. Can you keep the situation under control?" Alex sighed. "I'll try, but hurry. The young ones appear injured." He got out of the vehicle, gathered his equipment, wire cutters, first aid kit, tranquilizers, but these might not be enough. Before him were two apex predators, a mother lioness and a silverback gorilla. Either would do anything to protect their young. "Stay calm, Alex," he muttered to himself. "They are not your enemies." With slow, cautious steps, he advanced. The lioness locked eyes with him. In her amber gaze, there was first a threat, then she seemed to understand he was there to help and made way for Alex. The gorilla lightly thumped his chest. This wasn't a threat, but more like a gesture of joy. As Alex approached slowly, he spoke to the animals in a calm, gentle voice. "I've come to help. I'll rescue both of your cubs from here." Something incredible happened. Both the lioness and the gorilla stepped back a few paces. They were making room for Alex, as if saying, "Okay, go ahead and get them out of here." Alex first turned to the lion cub. The small creature was mewing in pain. He examined it carefully. The barbed wire had pierced its right hind leg inside. The little one suffered more pain with each movement. "Sure, my little friend, I'll save you. Stay calm." The lioness stood a few meters away, watching every move. She seemed to understand that Alex's gestures posed no threat. Alex put on his gloves and took out the wire cutters. What would you do in a situation like this? Please write in the comments. He meticulously began cutting the wires, taking care to separate each one without causing the cub further harm. Just as he was cutting the wire, the cub suddenly screamed in pain. The lioness immediately began to roar, as if ready to attack. But as Alex removed the wire, the lion cub stopped screaming. The lioness also seemed to calm down again. Alex occasionally glanced at both the lioness and the gorilla to measure their reactions. Within a few minutes, he had cut most of the wires. Now came the critical moment, the rescue. Carefully, He lifted the cub. The tiny lion didn't struggle, as if it understood that this human was trying to help. A warm feeling wrapped around Alex's heart. "There, my little friend. It's almost over and you're free." He cut the last wires and gently placed the lion cub on the ground. The cub stumbled for a moment, then ran toward its mother. The lioness welcomed her cub, sniffed it, licked its wound with her tongue. Then the lioness looked at Alex. Her gaze had changed, looking with love instead of anger. There was no threat there, only gratitude. But the mission wasn't over yet. Alex now turned to the gorilla infant on the other side of the barbed wire. This would be more challenging. He needed to cross through the wires, which meant getting closer to the silverback gorilla. He moved slowly, making eye contact with the gorilla. "I'll save your little one too," he said in a soft voice. "Please let me." The gorilla looked at him carefully. Then, with those deep eyes so similar to human ones, he slightly moved aside. This was like permission. Alex passed through the wires and reached the gorilla infant. The little one was in worse condition. The wires had pierced its chest and arm. The baby wasn't even struggling anymore, exhausted. "My little friend, I'll save you. You must hold on." He repeated the same patient procedure, carefully cutting the wires. This time it was harder. The wires had penetrated deeper. Alex was sweating, but he remained focused. The silverback watched silently, patiently, sometimes shouting and looking anxious. Finally, the last wires were cut. Alex took the baby gorilla in his arms. The tiny creature was so light, so defenseless, and looked very tired. He checked the wound. It looked deep but not life-threatening. He carefully extended the infant toward the silverback. The great gorilla embraced the baby, pressing it to his chest. The infant revived, beginning to make weak sounds. If you're watching this video and think animals might have a deeper understanding than we give them credit for, please don't forget to like. Alex had begun to retreat when something unexpected happened. The silverback placed his infant at a safe distance. Then he turned to Alex and extended his hand. This wasn't a threat. It was a gesture of thanks. Alex, in an incredible moment, gently held the extended hand and was shocked. A gorilla had extended its hand like a human. This contact lasted only a second, but for Alex, it was a moment he would never forget for a lifetime. Just then, the sound of motor vehicles was heard in the distance. Help had arrived. Hearing this noise, the two mother animals quickly fled to their own territories with their young. The lioness to the savanna, the gorilla to the dense forest. But they left behind a shared experience. An extraordinary bond formed across species. The veterinary team arrived quickly. "Where are the injured animals?" asked the head veterinarian, Erica. Alex was still amazed. "They've gone," he said. "It was incredible. They trusted me." Erica didn't understand. "What do you mean?" "Their mothers. They seemed to allow me to rescue their young. A lioness and a gorilla, together. As if in this difficult moment, they had set aside all their enmities." "I suppose sharing the same problem united them," said Alex. "Two different mothers, two different species, but the same concern, the same love." The team examined the blood traces on the wires and the cut wires. "We should make a passage here," said Alex. "These wires are dangerous for both wild animals and conservation officers." "You're right," said Erica. "This incident should teach us something." Alex never forgot that day. The gratitude in the eyes of the two mothers. That incredible moment when he held an animal's hand. This experience showed him that all creatures in the wild could support each other even in difficult times. This story became a striking example of rare cross-species cooperation in the wild and the ability to come together for a common purpose. It even transformed into a legend told to conservation officers for years. And one day, years later, as Alex patrolled the same area, he spotted a lion pride in the distance. A strong lioness stood with the pride. Looking through his binoculars, Alex noticed a distinctive scar on the lioness's right hind leg. "Was that you?" Alex whispered. "My little friend, you've grown up." At that moment, the lioness raised her head and looked directly toward Alex's position, as if she recognized her rescuer from years ago. If you are touched by this story and want to show others these extraordinary moments of nature, don't forget to share this video. Alex's experience reminds us that understanding, trust, and empathy between species can be even stronger than the most basic survival instinct. Perhaps animals speak a language we don't yet fully understand. Perhaps in times of need, all barriers, all differences can be set aside. This is not just a rescue story, but also a reminder of hope, understanding, and the extraordinary bonds that can form between species. And who knows, maybe one day you too might experience something similar in the depths of the wild. Until then, continue to love and protect nature. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, subscribe, and like. See you in the next story.